Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, for those of you that are new here, and today I'm excited to talk about my favorite herbs and superfoods to add into smoothies. And smoothies are one of my favorite meals and snacks to make in the summer months or in the warm months, and I thought I would just share with you the things that I like to do to really supercharge the smoothies so that I know I'm just getting tons and tons of amazing nutrition. This is by no means a full or complete list. This is by no means me saying that these are the only ones that you should use. These are just me sharing that these are my favorites, and I'm going to share with you how I like to use them and why. If some particular herb that I mention or that you ever come across is calling to you, or you feel yourself being curious about it or excited about it, that is a cue to you that your body is asking for that. So just trust yourself, be open to new possibilities and new plants and superfoods that want to work with you, and I'm just going to share mine and my favorite ones that I like to use. Also, before we get started, I am on Instagram at Erinn with 2 N's, so come over and say hi. First, you're going to add 1 cup per serving of your choice of liquid. That could be water, that could be tea, that could be dairy-free milk. Those are the top things that I really recommend to use as the base for your smoothie. So then you're gonna wanna find some sort of clean, preferably vegan, preferably organic, protein powder. Make sure you check your ingredients. Always disclaimer on every single food item that you ever buy. Read your ingredients. Lots of things like to sneak into the ingredients that aren't actually good for us, like sugar. And then for me, after I add my protein powder, I always love to add this herb called Triphala. Triphala is an Ayurvedic herb. I learned about it from Banyan Botanicals. That is one of my favorite Ayurvedic resources. You can learn so much about different Ayurvedic herbs. They have an amazing quiz. But Triphala is a blend of 3, I believe, berries that helps to balance all of the doshas. So the dosha is basically your constitution. There are 3 different doshas. There's Vata, which is more like thin and airy and more of like an anxious type constitution. There is Pitta, which is more fiery, more heat in the body. And then there's Kapha, which is slower, denser, a little bit heavier energy, maybe someone who tends to put on weight easier. So the cool thing about Triphala is it balances all 3 of the doshas, which is why I love to put it in my smoothies every day. I also sometimes put it in capsules. Per serving, you can add about 1 teaspoon into your smoothie. Okay, so one of the next things I love to add is actually a superfood, and it is mushrooms. So I've been using this mushroom master blend powder from Ohm. It's actually a local company here in San Diego, so I love to support local when I can. You can get it on Amazon. There's another one that's, I think, Sacred 7 mushrooms. This has a bunch of amazing mushrooms. It has lion's mane, reishi mushroom, cordyceps, turkey tail, chaga. Then there's king trumpet, maitake, shiitake, and a couple other ones I can't pronounce. I love using mushrooms in my smoothies, also in my herbal lattes. So I think the serving size is about 1/4 of a teaspoon per serving. So that's about what I use. If you want to learn more about the magic of medicinal mushrooms, I highly recommend checking out the documentary Fantastic Fungi. I believe it's on Amazon right now, or you can rent it on their website, Fantastic Fungi. Fully recommend it, and if you want to learn more about the healing power of mushrooms, that's a great place to do it. So this is another one I love to add into my smoothies. Okay, next I want to talk about ashwagandha, which is an adaptogen herb. It helps your body basically deal with stress. So if you feel very stressed or very anxious, ashwagandha is a great herb to add to your smoothies. If you have kind of a high tension day coming, or you just kind of generally feel stressed, check out ashwagandha. It's about 1 teaspoon is about a serving. It's great for just keeping you calm but not making you tired. Okay, so next I want to talk about slippery elm bark powder. I've talked about this before in some of my other videos. You can also use marshmallow root powder. If you're gonna use slippery elm bark, make sure you get from a source that is harvesting ethically, because slippery elm is an endangered plant, or it is moving toward endangered. So you really want to make sure that you're getting it from a good source. But slippery elm and marshmallow root are really great for thickening up the smoothie and making it more creamy, and also soothing the digestive system. So slippery elm and marshmallow, they create sort of like a gelatinous, soothing texture. So it's really great to add to smoothies to just add a little bit more thickness. Really love and recommend slippery elm. Sometimes I like to make yummy, bright green smoothies. So I'm going to share with you a couple of my green ingredients that I really recommend. Okay, so the number one I have here for my greens is spirulina. So I love spirulina. It's anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant, it's super great for detoxification, and it's very, very nutrient dense. So I love to put about maybe a little less than a teaspoon in a serving. It's very strong, so if you're very sensitive to the taste, then you can just put a little bit, but I like to put about a half a teaspoon per serving.
Another of my favorite green powders is this Liver Vitality Greens from Anima Mundi.
So a serving of this is about 1 teaspoon per person. You can also use this if you're wanting to just do like your own detox protocol and use this for the detox. It may help with deficiencies, boost metabolism, heavy metal detox, liver and gallbladder health and digestion. I love this one. I love supporting Anima Mundi. This one is a little less gnarly in terms of taste than just the straight spirulina. So I do like to use a majority of this and then a little bit of spirulina if I'm gonna do a green smoothie. And then the other two that I like to use, and I'll put in as well, alfalfa powder. I just got this from Mountain Rose Herbs, and wheatgrass powder. I will add in about, I think about 1/4 of a teaspoon each when I'm adding these into my smoothies. I did mention already spirulina, but you can also get this really beautiful luminous blue spirulina. So if you've seen on my Instagram, I've made, I think it was a blue lavender lemonade I made with this blue spirulina. It is quite potent. The color is this incredible blue, just like the packaging is. Definitely recommend this too. And it's also just fun to make really colorful drink, colorful smoothies. So if you want to do something like that and make a beautiful bright blue one, you can also use this blue spirulina. It is a little bit more expensive than just the plain. And then last but not least, going along with the color theme, if you wanted to make a bright pink smoothie, I like Dragonfruit Powder. It has a really like simple, yummy taste, and it turns your drinks bright, bright pink. So I love using this one too, especially when I want to make like a really bright pink or red drink. So after I add my liquid, then I add my protein powder, then I add my herbs. Generally, like if I just take out the blue spirulina and the dragon fruit powder, I could add all of these. I could literally add all these green powders with the Triphala, with the Ashwagandha, with the slippery elm, and with the mushrooms, and it would make a beautiful smoothie. You could add all of these, you could add a couple of them, you can get creative. There's no right or wrong way. Okay, so after I add all of my herbs, then what I do is I put in some frozen fruit. So what I recommend is about using 1/2 to a full cup of organic frozen blueberries and or organic red cherries. You do want to make sure you're using organic. And also the other thing you could do is add in like a green apple. The reason I stick to apple, blueberry, and red cherry is because those fruits are the lowest in sugar. We're not really taught about this, but sugar is one of the things that can wreak the most havoc in our body. It can cause a lot of inflammation, it can feed candida and other like bad bugs that live inside of us. So I really try to do my best to stay away from high sugary fruits like banana, pineapple, mango, any tropical fruits or any fruits that you think of like really sweet. I generally just avoid those because I tend to feel better if I do. So I recommend organic blueberries or organic berries in general, the red cherries, and apples.
Taste your smoothie when you're done, and if you want it thicker, you can add more frozen fruit. If you want it thinner, add more liquid.
Awesome, well I hope that's been helpful for you and inspired you to supercharge your smoothies with herbs and superfoods. There are so many others out there that I didn't even get to mention, but these are just the ones circulating in my pantry right now and in my body right now. Any herbal classes I have going on right now, including how to make herbal smoothies, herbal salves, herbal oils, things like that, will be in the description box below. So make sure you check that if you're interested in taking a class with me. Feel free to leave any questions or comments. I would love to hear what kind of herbs that you like to use in your smoothies. I'm happy to answer any questions that come up. Come say hi over on Instagram. I'm at Erinn with 2 N's, and I would love to meet you and say hi. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like or a comment below. I'd really appreciate it. And you can subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week on how to bring more health and vitality into your home and into your body through herbs and plant medicine and superfoods and creativity. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.